Hey everyone, how are you? I'm here to bring you this video, which might be one of the hardest ones ever made in the history of this channel. But the message I need to share with you is really important because, unfortunately, starting today, I'm officially ending my career as a YouTuber. Yes, starting today, I won't be recording videos for you anymore. It wasn't an easy decision, but after a lot of reflection, I came to the conclusion that the way things are now, I just can't do it anymore. I need to chase new dreams. I need to go after new things that will make me feel good. And that's why, starting today, your dad is becoming a taxi driver, my friend.
Fortunately, in this case, it was just a joke. But, my friends, let's be honest, there will never be another Jazzghost. From every era of YouTube and Minecraft, he kept his charisma, ethics, and ability to reinvent himself. For me, that makes him the most unique and enduring YouTuber in Minecraft Brazil history and possibly worldwide. It's absurd. He stayed on top for over 10 years. Even old school foreign YouTubers couldn't do that. So yeah, we have to respect our Juliano, and today we're going to talk about it. Most importantly, celebrate 13 years of Jazzghost. Juliano is from Belo Horizonte, Minas Gerais, and supports Cruzeiro. I start there because that hometown accent has always been in his channel. He speaks simply, directly, and closely. People felt included from the start with the first video in October 2012 titled Minecraft: How to Find Out the Seed of a Map. It was a tutorial where he calmly explained what a seed is, how to locate it in the level.file, and how to create a new world. Up to that point, just from the description, it seemed like just another tutorial among so many that already existed, but look at the title in the guy's own style.
Hey guys, today I'm going to be teaching you how to find the seed of a map in Minecraft. I'll be using Minecraft 1.3.2. And for those who don't know, seed is a series of numbers that define your map.
And that's where the magic is, not in the code, but in the way he conducted it. On a platform flooded with tutorials, with loud music and text-to-speech narrations, Jazzghost came with something new. It was the first video on the channel, and you can tell that from that moment, Jazz took his own content seriously. He wasn't playing Minecraft just to pass the time, nor was he recording carelessly. He was building a bridge between the player and knowledge. His signature style and attention to detail already revealed who he'd become. With his unique style, Jazzghost began writing his story, not as just another guy, but as someone who made the obvious unforgettable. After the first tutorial in December 2012, Jazzghost decided to try something new. You'll see this happens often. From the start, he was never afraid to reinvent himself and try new things. He released open quotes, "What am I playing? #1, which begins as a thank you. He had already surpassed 50 subscribers, but in reality, it's even more.
And another thing, guys, before I start showing my map, is that I want to make different videos, not just stick to tutorials. After all, it's a way to talk to you guys. Because I have, let's say, I have a bit of a different way of speaking. When I make tutorials, I have to teach you guys. Since I'm focused on teaching and time, I must be very direct about what I need to teach. So it turns out that I'm not really myself like that during the tutorial teachings. So when I make a video like this one now, what I'm playing right now, I can allow myself to be a little more, how do I say this, silly, just like me? So that's it, guys. Let's go.
Here, for the first time, we see Juliano opening up. Instead of just focusing on the step-by-step tutorial, he opens the doors to his own map. To showcase constructions, projects, ideas, and cultures, a wall, an enchantment tower, or a planned sacred grove. In gameplay, he was essentially inviting them into his own mind. He was saying, without having to speak directly, "Come with me. This is my world. You're a part of it too." Focus on the change. Until then, he just taught you how to build or find seeds. Now, he presented himself as someone open to collaboration, willing to change, make mistakes, improvise, and try new formats. This detail is crucial. It's where the Jazzghost of Reinvention is born. While most YouTubers focused on tutorials or player versus player, Jazz was already doing something different. He didn't want to be boxed in and wanted to be himself. Sometimes a teacher, sometimes a storyteller, sometimes himself. Juliano stood by the map chatting with arriving friends. Check out that view. At that time, he was already talking about turning comments into content. He wanted to build a community. This closeness and valuing the audience formed the foundation of his achievements. On December 14th, 2012, one of the channel's trademarks, the Kingdom of Jazz, was officially introduced. This was the moment when Juliano decided to plant his flag in the survival format, making it even clearer that he wouldn't just be the tutorial guy.
Bring on another creeper? I'm feeling extra sharp today. No explosion, no tantrum, no explosive tantrum. Alright, let's go back to our house. No, now I'm going to take out the creeper with our sword.
This is where it starts to reveal itself. Another essential trait of Jazzghost, the ability to turn something simple, almost trivial, into a grand epic project full of narrative. Notice the shift in tone. Unlike the calm teacher-like voice in the tutorials, here he lets go. To be silly as he jokes himself, he laughs at his own mistakes, improvises, gets scared by creepers. He criticizes the villagers' clueless architecture. Jazzghost drops the seriousness to reveal his real charisma. The episode has everything for a series tradition: improvisation, tense moments, surprise explosions, and hunger nearly causing defeat. But it also contains the beginnings of his unique style, a mix of chaos and planning, humor and strategy, survival and spectacle. In the end, his promise to expand underground and strengthen the kingdom becomes clear. It wasn't just a Minecraft series, it was an identity reborn. Jazzghost became a skilled adventure narrator, moving beyond just being a tutor. Early on, we noticed that with each phase, a new Jazz would emerge, yet the previous one remained. The guy who taught Seed was now also a creator of realms. His unique balance of teaching, entertaining, and improvising set him on an unmatched path. As if building a whole realm in survival wasn't enough, in February 2013, Jazzghost displayed more of his best qualities. Learning the algorithm and timing trends well. He launches the Skyblock series, one of the most iconic challenges of that time, a tiny island suspended in the void. Limited resources, extreme difficulty, the kind of map that only with charisma and a cool head can be turned into content.
Hey guys, I'm Jazzghost. Whoa, where am I? Yeah guys, today I'm starting the first episode of the channel's new series, Skyblock. I've said countless times I'd start that series and never did, but now I've decided to finally begin.
Right off the bat, Jazz does what any player would do. He chops down the only tree for wood, but rushes, falls off the edge, and loses the starting apple.
Oh, see why it's hard, guys? Oh, goody.
That's another cool difference. The boy would have just cut the scene and acted like nothing happened. Jazz kept the mistake, turning it into a story, a joke, and a connection with the audience. From then on, he proves he was always ahead. He sets up the cobblestone generator, expands the island, and builds the bridge to the sand island. He almost loses everything to hostile mobs and ends the episode in ecstasy, a perfect formula. Tension, learning, humor, and anticipation. This is proof that the guy not only understood grand formats, he also understood timing. He knew that Skyblock was the craze of the moment, but that in his own way, it could become a trademark on the channel. While many copied others, Jazz turned the trend into his own style. 3 days later, in February 2013, Jazzghost again proved he didn't want to stick to one format. He launches a new front on the channel, Minecraft mods, in that same educational style as always, starting with the classic biomes or plants.
As you can see here, you're already facing a different biome right away. It's basically the mod I'm going to show you today. It's called Biomes or Plants or Biomes. I can't recall the name, but it just adds 60, that's right guys, 60 new biomes.
And this detail is extremely important. While most creators at the time were stuck with single series, Jazz was constantly reinventing himself. He realized early that the key was not repeating the same formula, but offering new experiences to the audience. If before it was survival or Skyblock, now it was mods, and not just any mod, but one of the most popular in the scene. With more than 60 new biomes, as the name itself says, biomes in abundance. It wasn't just about showing, it was about providing context. He discussed the sky's color change, new wood types, aesthetic options, and building structures suited to the environment. It was still Jazzghost who taught about seeds and played survival, now also sharing his explorer's viewpoint. The guy who saw immersion potential in the mod, not just content, always charismatic, introducing mobs and new crazy items. Ending the video with the usual invite, download, try it, share, and leave a like. This is another trait that makes him unique, the ability to embrace trends without losing his identity. With each series, Jazz diversified the channel and strengthened his brand. Looking back, it's clear he survived not by luck, but by reinventing himself when times changed. And then comes 2014, a turning point year. Jazzghost, initially focused on tutorials, survival, skyblock, and mods, made a move that would forever change his relationship with his community. He finally reveals his face.
Hey guys, I'm Jazzghost, and in today's video, I'm finally showing you my face. Guys, I decided to do this because we finally reached the milestone of 200 videos on the channel. It's my way to bring something special, and thank you all for supporting me through these 200 videos.
In the 200th video special, Juliano appears on camera using a basic webcam. There was no script, production, or filter, just Juliano shyly thanking everyone and saying, "This is me. Thank you for being here," and if it seems trivial today, back then it was huge. It wasn't just about satisfying curiosity, it was about breaking the screen barrier and creating closeness. A few months later, during the 100,000 subscriber special, the connection is even clearer. He hosts a QE and a video where he explains his nickname and discusses his musical tastes. He shares he studied graphic design, discusses childhood games, and admits he started Minecraft as a hater but ended up loving it. Who would have guessed? Life is ironic. Actually,
by the way, back then it was even worse than it is today. Actually, there were 5 or 6 Minecraft videos on YouTube's main page, so there was no way you wouldn't know it existed. And was I a hater, guys? Yes, believe it or not, I was a Minecraft hater. I was one of those guys who looked at it and said, "My God, I can't stand all these Minecraft videos anymore on YouTube's main page. I'm annoyed. What kind of bad game is this?" Eventually, I got so frustrated I downloaded it to see why people liked it. I downloaded it and kept playing. First a minute, then an hour, then 10. You get the idea. It was love at first sight.
revealing something about himself was crucial for his career and building a loyal audience. Before then, Jazz was only the voice during gameplay. He was Juliano from Minas Gerais, a Cruzeiro fan, design student, and passionate about Zelda, classic rock, mods, and television series. That's why the audience embraced him. It became about a person, not just content, a story, not just a video. Jazzghost did more than play Minecraft. He connected his viewers with his true self. And this fusion of authenticity with creativity is one of the reasons why there will never be another like him. He remained for years as a creative builder, adventure storyteller, and YouTuber who always found ways to stay relevant. Anyone might expect the flame to fade eventually, but it never did. In October 2016, he launched The World of Jazz, a series intended as a central hub for all his work. He had already accomplished much. Rather than abandoning formats, he unified everything into one universe. In the first episode, the potion's involvement already showed technical and narrative care. Shader changes, dynamic lighting, villagers with personality, new interactions. It was like Minecraft with a living series vibe, almost a personal role-playing game just as we knew he liked.
Where are you? Where you at? I'm gonna look for someone. I started the series yesterday and already love it.
The episode already highlighted the DNA, Jazzghost in action, mining together, improvising with villagers, defending houses from mobs, and getting blown up by creepers, and turning every setback into a little part of the story. Far beyond just playing, he told the story of the game as it happened, bringing the audience into the experience. Soon after, Jazz advanced further. In May 2017, he released his first facecam video. It seemed minor, but it was revolutionary then. The audience already knew his voice and face from vlogs, but now they could see gameplay and his reactions together, a format that would later become standard and still exists today. Naturally, he chose something special for this debut. The video was challenging, featuring a sponge map with creative stages, mansions, labyrinths, modern cities, and parkour under skeleton attack. What truly captivated me was Jazz being there, more than the map. Reacting live, laughing at bugs, celebrating successes, and struggling with each attempt.
Wow. Alright, it's going pretty smoothly. I haven't even seen the slime block yet.
What? I died?
Why did I die? Oh, I opened this chest. No, it's still locked. It's just a chest decoration. Dude, why did I die, man? Seriously.
This detail strengthened the closeness he had built from the start. Now, besides the gameplay, we had the privilege of experiencing this handsome guy's emotions firsthand. A year later, Jazz took a defining step in his journey by bringing Cherry, his then girlfriend. A Minecraft content creator debuted in a special July 2017 video. The idea was simple, to teach the basics of the game. Punching trees, crafting tools, and surviving the first night. But the magic wasn't in the tutorial, it was right there. Amid laughter, creeper scares, and zombie village invasions, a rare format emerged, couples playing Minecraft.
Oh my god, I don't have a sword. Things are about to get crazy now.
Oh my god!
Alright. Do you still have a stick?
I do.
Okay, here's what you're going to do. The sword formula is as follows. You're going to put one in the middle on the bottom row. A stick on the bottom row in the middle.
Uh-huh.
Now you're going to take the stone and put it in the middle, one on top. One on the bottom, stone, stick.
Okay.
Sword made.
Jazzu's magnetism has always been a great quality. He diversified content and fostered humor, cooperation, and shared emotion. It was Minecraft with a new story packed with discoveries, pranks, and camaraderie. He freely used the channel to share personal experiences. Revealing his face was bold, but letting Cherry in took even more courage. It blurred real life and the game. The audience embraced it right away, but creators need more than just builds and new creations. In August 2018, Jazzghost experienced one of the most challenging situations for an influencer, a public breakup, which was also public. He and Cherry, who had already become a symbol of closeness and partnership. On the channel, they appeared together to announce that they broke up. There was no conflict or betrayal, just diverging paths and dreams. Still, they confronted the hardest part together. Sharing this decision with millions of subscribers, the video was more than an announcement, it was a lesson in maturity. Jazz and Cherry said their relationship was now a friendship with ongoing respect and they'd keep working together on content. Requesting no blame, asking fans to respect their decision and know there were no issues between them.
He said I don't give him views now.
That's not it.
That's it?
Hey everyone.
What are you?
I'm Jazzghost. Hey everyone, I'm Jazzghost. And who are you?
I'm Cherry.
And we have an announcement to make for you all.
Wow, that's serious. Here's the thing.
Castlecraft no longer gets views.
Yeah, it's over. Castlecraft is done.
I don't know how to do this.
Here comes Jazzghost's DNA again. Where there could have been ruin, he chose transparency. Where there could have been silence, there was dialogue. The channel stayed strong because viewers saw someone honest and willing to be vulnerable behind the cameras. It's impressive how, even after a public breakup, Jazzghost never lost his defining essence, moving forward. In October 2018, the universe of Jazz launched, blending community-requested mods with his unique storytelling. Each element in this world became part of a larger story. From the Vampire Hunters Association to the magic compass that located biomes, every detail showed the same thing. Jazz was able to turn technical mechanics into adventure and adventure into spectacle.
Guys, this won't be my village, okay? Alright, can we just pick a cool house? I'll pick a cool house. No. I want a cool house, guys. That's my wife from Future Diary, but she's small. Oh, she's a teenager. We'd better get out of here.
A few months later, in 2019, he reinvents himself again by launching Minecraft Origins, a successful Vanilla 1.14 series. After trying many mods, he returns to the classic because the audience requested it. Here's another lesson. Innovation often means returning to simplicity with a new perspective.
There it is. Look who just arrived. Minecraft home screen. New villages, new villagers down here. Minecraft version 1.14 just released, which means a new series that I promised you guys.
The beginning of Origins has everything you'd expect. Wood, stone, coal, first tools, the bed for the first night, you know. What sets it apart is its tone, a philosophy against killing animals and a blend of medieval and modern styles. A desire to use redstone sparingly made it more than ordinary survival. It was Jazzghost reinventing survival. Each year in series, the message was clear. Jazz would reveal a new version of himself. And then comes 2020, and with it, one of the most symbolic moments in the channel's history. The video, Can You Do It?, published on the day Jazzghost reached the milestone of 10 million subscribers. Instead of a big production, he delivers a raw, unedited video with no music, just him sincerely looking at the camera. Here's the point, this was more a milestone in vulnerability than in numbers. While many creators hide their true selves with generic dopamine-driven videos, Jazzghost has always chosen authenticity.
You don't have to. I don't know, man. You don't always have to be trendy, wearing the latest clothes and all that. I'll be honest too. When I worked on my self-esteem, I felt like I started dressing better, though I actually didn't. to work on my self-esteem. I started dressing better because my self-esteem was better. You know what I mean? Then I began focusing more on and caring for myself.
Juliano removes the creator's mask and speaks as himself, recalling his teen years of low self-esteem and feeling like a nobody. In 2011, his therapy reached a turning point. 9 years later, he calls it transformative. The video's guiding metaphor is strong. Problems are like a staircase. You don't need to reach the top in one leap. Take it step by step. Each small progress is a win. And that's the same philosophy that supported the channel: consistency, patience, and the courage to change, but applied to real life. He talks about the difference between obligation and responsibility, about the value of self-care, and about accepting the ups and downs as part of the journey. He leaves practical reminders, aiming not just to inspire, but to offer tools. Therapy isn't taboo. Celebrate progress. Care for yourself. Replace guilt with responsibility. Accept highs and lows. Remember, you can do it. This video shows, among many other reasons, why there will never be another Jazzghost. Because he's not just the guy known for epic builds, iconic series, or spot-on trends. He's the creator who, instead of just celebrating his success, chose to discuss mental health, vulnerability, and hope.
The channel was wonderful for me. It helped me work on my self-esteem because I was trash. I felt like trash. The channel taught me how to deal with people. I had a lot of trouble dealing with people. You might consider yourself at rock bottom today, with depression, with sadness, thinking that nobody likes you, just like me. In the past, I used to think that too. I'm telling you that we can fix this. We can get you on a healthy track, you know? That's the word, health, healthy. But this is a long road, or again, a staircase. It's going to be a slow climb, but every step is an achievement, man. Every step is an achievement.
In the end, Jazzghost was successful in every series. In 2020, we had Minecraft Ultimato and then Minecraft Guerra, where he frequently collaborated with other creators and always stood out. I had the privilege of working with him on these series, and he was always an amazing person on and off camera. And if anyone still doubted his longevity, in June 2021, Topcraft debuted, uniting over 30 YouTubers on one server, blending Minecraft Origins feel with big collaborations and minimal mods on version 1.17. And the very first episode already made it clear how big the project was. At the spawn on Mushroom Islands, nighttime rushes for resources, encounters with other creators, inside jokes, unexpected exchanges like trying to clean a spyglass with dirt. And of course, that typical rush of someone who knows to prioritize a shield and a water bucket before any luxury.
Can you lend me some wood so I can build a boat and leave?
Is that a problem? We can just steal it from Remar.
No, there's no wood.
Oh, wow.
Emotional side.
Oh no, guys, it didn't take long. I thought I'd have to steal your boat, but you were really kind to me.
You are going to rob us, Jazz?
A thief stealing from another thief? I'm off to make my sago.
We'll run into each other there. Don't rob me, okay? For God's sake.
Don't rob me. All right.
Which way should I go?
Look, everyone is over there.
The community village is at 660.
Okay, good to know, everyone. It was a pleasure. A kiss to your soul.
What to explore next? Ravines, Abandoned Mines, or Topcraft revealed Jazzghost's social adaptability. After years of carrying narratives almost by himself, he integrates into the collective universe, sharing space with dozens of voices without losing his own identity. Every line, joke, and gameplay choice reflected the Jazz mark. This episode is more proof. Jazzghost didn't survive by chance, he survived by constantly reinventing himself in every era of Brazilian Minecraft, never giving up the charisma, closeness, and inventiveness that made him unique since the very first video. And of course, Topcraft is still one of many of your favorite series because we got to know a new side of Jazz, a more roleplay side, a more actor-like side. The series had several characters and a very interesting value. A fungus, a mushroom, was infecting Top City, where they lived, and Jazz, the golden rabbit, was one of the protagonists.
If I'm losing now to win later, the plans will come true. I don't care, no? If I'm lost, we don't care, no. I don't care, but we're living.
It's a series that deserves to be remembered. There are so many iconic moments. There are 3 videos here on the channel that summarize it completely. While some creators may not have adapted to this format due to a dislike of collaboration or acting, Jazzghost is missed. A few more years passed, 2022 and 2023, and it's not just about Minecraft. One of the things that impresses me as a content creator is how easily Jazzghost can take a morbid topic, something irrelevant, a game no one downloads, a map no one visits, turn a subscriber's creation into a video with millions of views. Once again, it proves it was never about his actions, but about who he is. And all that without cheap tricks or selling out. Even when many creators gave in to Tigrinho, easy money, or clickbait, Jazzghost had strong ethics and few people dislike him. Then, in January 2024, came perhaps his most nostalgic and symbolic moment, returning to Jazz World. 7 years later, it's a special that sums up not only the series, but his entire journey as a creator.
7 years ago, I started a series here on the channel focused on building a city from scratch and developing a family within it. This series ended up becoming a big success. And you probably remember our beloved Jazz World. Jazz World lasted for a year with 126 episodes. I thought it would be a cool idea after 7 years for us to revive this series that was so important to the channel.
The video showcases everything he built over a year of dedication. From an American-style house with a garage, pool, and YouTuber office to a detailed, story-filled living city. It was more than blocks and mods. It was a personal world with pets, subscriber temples, schools, shops, zoos, and even a rocket to the moon. It was Minecraft, but also memory, affection, and belonging. This episode is almost like a love letter to our own story, a way to look back and say, look at what we built together. Because in the end, the series was never about Jazzghost, it was about the bond with those who have been watching since the seed was discovered in 2012 all the way to the rocket that takes off to the moon in 2024. We're highlighting a few moments, but there are many others, like in the Sims series, where authentic joined in with plenty of jokes and laughter. There are tons of historic and funny clips, from Bed Wars matches to adventures with the Kraft family. And as if that wasn't enough, in August of 2025, Jazzghost reaches another milestone, not inside Minecraft but in his own life. He marries Camila Ribeiro, whom he had been dating since 2020. The announcement was made on Instagram and TikTok videos, in a tone that only he knows how to give, of gratitude, closeness, and celebration with those of us who have followed him for so many years. It was a YouTube moment happening in real life. Fans, friends, and subscribers saw more than a party. They witnessed a story that never stopped being shared. Even now, after over a decade, collaborations, projects, and marriage, our hero's average views never drop below 1 million, and more, his most viral videos are relatively recent. We're talking about someone who never got complacent. Even in Portuguese, with a quarter of English's speakers, he has stayed relevant for over a decade. A smart, innovative creator with a pure heart who knew how to turn vulnerability into closeness, trend, and identity. Charisma, timing, ethics, and intelligence made Jazzghost a unique phenomenon. Since I first appeared on the internet when I was just a teenager, Jazzghost helped me, sending me encouraging messages. He was always nice behind the scenes. Anyway, I'm sure he's an amazing human being, the guy who had every reason to brag, to be proud, to show off and all that. He's just himself. Congrats, Juliano, on 13 years of videos. Thank you.